Nashville, Tennessee, First Bank Stadium, home to the Commodores of Vanderbilt. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Missouri Tigers, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Vanderbilt Commodores. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Missouri ready to kick off to get us underway. On the move from inside his 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. The Commodores offense will start this game off with the football. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well.
Oh, and he ruins the big gainer with a fumble. How in the world did the offense retain possession? I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Give to the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Firing to the right, complete. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. The Commodores look to keep this drive humming. He leaves it with his back. They're just trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
And the Commodores have it with a 1st and 10. The inside handoff. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. Wants to throw. It's Clay. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on 2nd down. Likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing it.
And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field. Big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Doors!
I love the aggressive nature and the play calling there. In the opening drive of the game, you have an opportunity on 4th down, obviously, to just kick a field goal, take the lead early, establish some momentum. Instead, they get aggressive. They go for it, and not just get it, they score a touchdown.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Missouri's offense will go to work for the first time today. Last week was a tape they'd rather just put right in the dumpster and forget about it. David, how does a guy bounce back from a game like the one he had last week?
Well, hopefully he burned that tape, because that was not pretty. That was not what they're wanting to do, man. Just turning the football over, not enough productive plays, and so how do you bounce back? How do you get started in this football game? Jesse, make it easy. Get him in a rhythm. Don't make it very complicated. Don't give him a chance to turn it over again. You don't need to put this losing streak to another digit in the column.
Yeah, I agree. I think there's 2 big things. I think, one, he was just pressing. He was trying to force the big play to happen when there were other completions to be had. So he's just got to do a better job of being.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Terrible way to start this game if you're on offense. You're giving up 2 straight negative plays. You ran the ball on first down for negative yards, and then you take a sack now on second down. That tells me this offensive line has got to wake up. You knew this was physically going to be a challenge, but you've got to get...
Unloads it downfield. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. So Missouri will have to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. This offense has it with really good field position. It's complete to the right. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They'll run it from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And you can tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got in the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
Back to throw, it's Clay. He's moving out of the pocket. And the incomplete pass on third down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. And this one is perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, it's a final now and one of the more intriguing games of the week, that notable ACC clash. Clemson had an impressive showing there in Death Valley, winning this one by double digits, although it felt like it could have been more. Somewhere even Trevor Lawrence is impressed with this one. One thing we can always count on in the ACC is a spirited battle and a game that will make waves all along the Eastern Seaboard.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Quick release on the RPO. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your...
Oh, he's got some space. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Trying play action. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
That's it for the period, and it's Vanderbilt holding the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He lost one down the sideline. He's got it along the sideline. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. Wants to go up top on first down. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Tigers. They won it all, and that is it. Look what they got.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They'll try the run. Breaks into the open. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Offense goes on the attack on 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That play had zero shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
Zings it complete to the right. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Catch in the middle. It's Woodhead. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, this defense now is just getting gashed, and if you're the defensive coordinator, you might now want to think about being aggressive, changing up your play calls, and maybe breaking your own tendencies because you have got to stop this offense just marching down the field.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
He's got his man. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Commodores are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Makes the grab. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on 3rd down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the 4th down.
And the Commodores kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. On the run, it's Pitts. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 or 4, and we are not going to complain.
Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. The Commodores are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. To the air. It's Clay. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Vandy. The offense cashing it in on that drive. An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
He just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution, running and throwing the football? Wow.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking to throw on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Quickly to the tight end. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone. Make them execute and rally to the ball.
100% zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. There he goes. Touchdown, Missouri! Once he got us. It was all over right to the house.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Finds his man. Works his way to the 38 after gaining 5. And the Commodores come to the line in the hurry-up. To the air, it's Clay. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, 2nd down coming.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw.
He uncorks one deep. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. The Commodores have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Back to pass on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Got it in the middle. It's Woodhead. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They're looking to pass from the red zone. And that one's going to be over everybody's head and incomplete.
Well, the game plan's been pretty simple offensively, right? They are taking shots, and they're being aggressive throwing it down the field. This guy's already got 2 touchdown passes. We're still in the first half. And on that last one, he was looking for number 3.
Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Got his man quickly. And he'll hold it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Commodores!
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
Missouri, 14.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And the offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Boys, you never quite know what to expect there in Nashville, and we've had a lively first half. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double-team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at First Bank Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Commodores will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Snags it inside the 20. Touchdown, Tiger. A Lazarus-like comeback. Way.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Using his legs, it's Pitts. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on 2nd, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on 3rd.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. They're working that left side. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. Give to the back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. Dropping back, it's Clay. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. The line to gain here is the 43-yard line, and it's 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his tight end. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. So the first step of that was fine. They made the pass and catch, but no yards, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, I don't know if they were anticipating pressure on that play, and they just want to get it out of the hands of the quarterback quickly, but whatever they were thinking did not work.
quarterback adapting. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. That's reeled in. It's down. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. First down and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. He'll take it himself. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Backed up now. Here's second and long. It's a draw. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
I like the idea of going draw there. You're trying to sell pass, but you still need to do a better job up front executing those blocks. There's too many one-on-ones where they got beat, and as a result, they suffer a negative play.
Got him downfield. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers. An epic comeback. They'll talk about this one forever if they can hold on, but they're on top right now. And the extra point is good, and they have a 28-24 lead.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Power football with the run. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on second down, on third, you won't have that long to go.
Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
The Commodores getting set on first and 10. From the gun, the ground game. Turning it on! And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run the guys, and get him on the ground, for goodness sakes. This guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground. First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance, and right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another.
Touchdown, Vanderbilt! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll start this drive with a pass. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. And the Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to fire on second down. The quick out. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum. The Tigers come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll run the sneak for it. Well, guys, Vanderbilt has the lead here as the quarter comes to a close. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. They'll move the wide receiver. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give on the option. Got enough for the first. Quick step and go. Oh, he's got some space. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. Missouri wants to go fast.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play call. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
They get him stopped after a pickup of 5 to the 28.
Yeah, this offense is going to try to run the ball and do it in a variety of ways. You'll see zone reads. You'll just see straight downhill running. We'll get the toss play going as well to try to keep this defense on their heels.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience, bounce that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. Fires to the tight end. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
On the move. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Already 2 for 2 on 3rd down, but this time they'll need 9 to convert. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete on the right side. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And it slips just inside that right upright. All tied up here in the 4th quarter. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the Mountain West, which is why this one is notable. Louisiana is down, but they are not out of it. Not there at Cajun Field, one of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to Boise State. We've got our finger on the pulse of everything in the Mountain West and all around college football. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. New set of downs after the completion. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Got the first down and more. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
I love the play call running the football here in the 4th quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
The clock stops as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the game. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Clay. Plucks it out of the air. Breaks into the open. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And the Commodores come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll go back to the ground. Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Right back to the well. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Swings it out to his running back. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
Really good job by the defense. Seeing the running back. Don't let that dude who's super fast, elusive, catch the ball in space. Nice job staying glued to him. As soon as he caught that puppy, he got drilled.
Under fire. Got his man on the right. Good pickup on that one. They will stop him short of the line to gain, and now we'll see what they do on 4th down from the 17. This offense believes you are given 4 downs for a reason. You've got to use all of them. 2 for 3 so far today. Converts on 4th down. Still going. Picks up enough to get them 1st and 10 from the 11. The Commodores, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They go to the ground, and he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that, no gain on the play. And they'll send out the field goal unit. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. Footing is going to be an issue in the driving rain as he kicks to win the game. So now on comes the field goal unit. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. That was a spontaneous combustion of a celebration of the sidelines, and wait to see what happens if they can hold on for a few more seconds. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Nice return there, and he'll be dragged down at the 34. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's taking the deep shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Guys, that one was a ton of fun to call, and the players, a lot of games sort of wash away in the memory bank. Not that one. That will be an indelible mark in their memories.
I agree, Reese. I think back to my career in Florida, and just the games that stand out the most were always the ones that went down to the wire, whether we lost or whether we won. For this team, this is going to be a good memory moving forward, David, because of how well they played late.
Did you lose more of those or win more of those? I'm just asking for a friend. Tennessee, what happened? Hey, yeah, it's big-time clutch, right? These are the ones that define your seasons, define your careers, and the ones you never forget, those heartbreakers that come down to the last play.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another